The Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network. BSN. Get the best there is today. Hello and welcome into the first edition of the Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network. Now, we hope everybody's doing good today. We're coming to you live from the Barbecue Superstars World Headquarters, and we're going to be running a bunch of products through here today so you can see them in live time and get an idea of what these products are really like. Now, Barbecue Superstars is composed of the Barbecue Superstars Cooking Channel, the Barbecue Superstars website, and the Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network. So Barbecue Superstars is going to teach you how to cook it, show you the best products to buy, and then in depth on the website teach you the Barbecue Superstars in-depth information and do barbecue research. Barbecue Superstars has a research lab, and we're going to teach the world how to cook better barbecue without having to go down and dice up tomatoes and not get the flavor that you really want. Folks, these products are made by world champions who have long since figured it out. If you don't want to spend your life trying to figure out how to cook big time barbecue, we're going to show you the easiest way to put on the best backyard cook or tailgate that has ever been done. Now folks, we've got 10,000 fan mats. If Clemson wins, we'll have the first Clemson National Championship fan mats in the business ready to go. So check out all our tailgating, NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. In college, Division I, we've got 259 teams in college tailgating for fan mats. But the first thing we want to show you today is Big Bob Gibson's sampler pack. Now folks, they've got the mayonnaise base, the vinegar base, and tomato base sauce. Now, Chris Lilly won pork shoulder at Memphis in May 7 years in a row, but he's won it a couple times, and he's won the whole thing 3 times. And Chris Lilly is one of the premier #1 barbecue cooks in the whole world. Now, we've got each one of these you can buy individually, but we're offering this low price sampler pack so you can get Chris Lilly's products into your house and try to decide which one you like and what you can use the most. Now, the mayonnaise base is good for chicken. Put it on chicken and cook it. Does a great job. It's great dipping sauce for potato chips, believe it or not. The vinegar base is good on pork, and it has won all them pork shoulder championships. And then the sweet sauce is good on ribs and brisket. And Big Bob Gibson's sampler pack is right above where I'm talking from on the front page. Just click it, purchase one, and see what you like the best. Okay, now we've got a steak set here. I've actually got 2 steak sets, but this one here is one of the best. Now, this is a sampler pack. It's also, if you like to eat steak 2 or 3 times a week, this one right here, you can change it up. So on Monday, we're going to eat a ribeye, and we're going to use Zarda. And Zarda is a 20-year-old rub that has been proven over time out of Kansas City. And then we've got Stockyard, and Stockyard is even older than that. It's a 100-year-old steak rub. It it has been a staple for a century in Kansas and around the world. And then we've got Cowtown. Cowtown's been out about 10 years, but it's made a big splash. It's an excellent steak rub. This here will give you some variety. This here will give you some change it up in the same week. If you want to cook a T-bone on Wednesday, use the Zarda. If you want to cook a top round steak, use the Stockyard on Friday. And some of the best rubs in the world. Look above my head, we've got this sampler pack, mega pack, sitting there ready for you to purchase right now. Okay, here's a product. It's called Crazy Jerry's Oyster Clam and Everything Else sauce, and it's good on a lot of different stuff. It's not really too hot, you know, it's a good middle of the road, but if you're doing any sort of seafood at all, this is the one you ought to try. Now, you know, we can all get ketchup and put horseradish in it and try to make some kind of a seafood sauce, but this here has got all kinds of different ingredients in it that will really, you have two of these sitting there and you do a tailgate with seafood, this thing here is going to make everybody get happy and start talking. Crazy Jerry's is a big time brand. He's got a lot of different stuff. Look above where I'm talking right now and click on Crazy Jerry's oyster sauce right now. Crazy Jerry's has got a cheese sauce that is just out of this world, and this is one that the bottle don't last long, because once you get to eating it, you can't quit. And you know, there's some products out there that you get hooked on, and you know, if this comes with a you're going to get hooked on it warning. So Crazy Jerry's cheese sauce is another really good one. This is the hot and chili. It's got a little bit of kick to it. Okay, Arizona Gunslinger. Arizona's got some big time products. They've been featured on a lot of national television shows. We've got their full line of everything, but this salsa is unbelievably good. Now, what I like to do with this salsa is get 4 pounds of hamburger and dump the whole bottle in it and mix this salsa into the hamburger, and then come out and make hamburgers. You know, I've done it on television. It's on the BBQ Superstars cooking channel right now. You just have to try a bottle to understand how good it is. And I've went through a lot of these bottles in the last 3 years. And Arizona Gunslinger salsa, roasted garlic, really good. Okay, now here's one that you probably didn't know about, but original Anchor Bar buffalo wing sauce. Anchor Bar was the first person up here in Boston that New Jersey, that started hot wings. These sauces here are the original sauces that started the whole hot wing thing, and Anchor Bar is just really good. Now, we're going to be offering all kinds of different combination packs. We've got combination for tailgating right now. If you want to taste what buffalo wings were supposed to taste like all the way from the beginning, Anchor Bar is the way to go. And now, if you look on the BBQ Superstars, BBQ Superstars shopping network, if you look to the top left, there's a search all the way at the top. If you put in Anchor Bar, this product will come up, and that's really the way that you go about trying to search for stuff. And we've got a lot in stock. We've got it ready to go. If you buy these products I'm showing you today, they will ship today. You'll have them in no time. But Anchor Bar is a big time name that's not talked about, but it was one of the originators of the whole way we eat chicken wings today. All right, Walker Woods. Walker Woods is a place in Africa that they got a whole bunch of different fruits and vegetables, and they're able to take those fruits and chop them all up and make them into these flavors. And I'm sorry, it's Jamaican. They've got a whole line of jerk sauces and all kinds of flavoring agents that only these Jamaican people can put together. And go through, I mean, just buy one bottle and try it. But there are people who are buying this in 5-gallon buckets. It's that good. I sold 5 gallons of the Hot. Walker Woods is a big time name in big time cooking for outdoors. So just get some and try it. Get the mild. I got a small bottle of mild right here. And then get out and cook yourself up some chicken, cook yourself up some ribs and put it on it. And then use some barbecue sauce, and I guarantee you it'll change your life. And then we've got Chili Pepper Republic from down in the Caribbean also. They've got a full line of stuff. I've sold a lot of these. A lot of people around the country are using this because they found out about it. Chili Pepper Republic is one of the top names in seasoning, and they've got it for all forms of meat. Out of the Caribbean, they just know how to handle flavors, and their stuff is real good. This is a Caribbean Mango Guava Magic, and there's nothing like taking this and cooking you up some brisket or steaks, or you know, if you and your wife go out and get yourself a chuck steak, which is not so expensive but has great marbling, this would be a great seasoning to put on that, and put it on the grill for 3 minutes on each side. Fighting Cock Kentucky Bourbon Barbecue Sauce is our #1 barbecue sauce seller on Barbecue Superstars. They're buying it from all over the country. It's got a great zing to it. It's not really hot, but it'll take your ribs and your pork to the next level. And it's made in Kentucky. It's made right where they bottle the bourbon and everything. So I'm sure there's a little bourbon inside this sauce. And something about liquor being put in barbecue sauce, it just makes it taste a whole lot better. We've got bottles in stock. Buy a case. We'll ship it out right now, and you'll have it in a couple days. Kentucky Bourbon Fighting Cock sauce. Pappy's Mango Chipotle. Now, this has been another big seller, and let Pappy make you happy. The chicks will love you if you put this on a chick and pineapple kebab served over a bed of rice. More is better. Try some with your cottage cheese. Okay, so put a little of this on your cottage cheese and mix it up. It's another Kentucky bourbon sauce. The same company is making both of these sauces. You can see they're in the same bottle, and on the back they've sort of got the same level. Kentucky Bourbon Q. Yeah, it's getting to where barbecue sauces and different things are used on everything, and this here is another example. So try this one out. It's a big seller. Okay, now here's one that's got a little heat to it. Raw Heat Vintage 69. A little bit darker sauce, but man, it's really, really good. Now, I'll tell you what is good to do with this is to dump a little bit in a bowl, and then when you get a fork full of stuff, just touch the end of the fork into the bowl and put a little bit of taste on everything you eat. So if you got like mashed potatoes, steak, and okra on one fork, touch it in the vintage 69 and just set it off. That's some of the best stuff there is on the market, and I will tell you, it's a little bit hot. Okay, we're gonna get to our World Championship stuff now. Butcher Barbecue won on the circuit big time. He won Barbecue Pitmasters. He competed on Barbecue Pitmaster All-Star. He's been first and second KCBS many a time overall. He's won brisket in KCBS several times. He's known as the #1 brisket cook in the world. You can't say enough about Butcher Barbecue. This here is the honey rub and the premium rub, and these two rubs will never do you wrong. So we've got them for sale. We've got them in stock. We'll ship them out right now. Butcher is a total system, so he's got pork injection, beef injection, open pit injection, grill injection. He's got a whole bunch of different injections. We'll be going over those in just a second. Butcher Barbecue, we're lucky to have it in stock and be able to sell it for fast shipping. Buy one of these two rubs right now. Okay, now here's the injections I was just talking about. And Butcher pork injection. People all over the world are using that in competition on a weekly basis. There was a lot of people in the FBA that switched over to another kind of injection and have come back. And when I did the big testing, Butcher had more of a pork meat flavor to it than some of the other ones had fruit in it. And Butcher says that you can put fruit juice in his very strong pork base and make your own kick. It won't be dictated by somebody else putting a fruit flavor in your pork injection. So get a Butcher pork injection right now on Barbecue Superstars. Open pit flavored pork injection. Now, if you're going to do a big shoulder, a big ham, you know, I'm talking about a ham with the leg still on it, big piece of meat, or a whole hog. Now, if you're going to cook a whole hog, open pit pork flavor is the injection you need. Don't get anything else. Get the open pit, mix it up the way the directions say, and you'll be able to produce that 1950, 1960 flavor that has escaped the world, and it'll make your friends and your family. You know, springtime's coming. Now's the time to get your injections, get your rubs, get your stuff together for your big family cook in the spring. So right there it is. Just go above my head and on the front page, or put open pit in the search on the top left, and you'll find it right there. Buy it right now and we'll ship it out right away. Original brisket injection. Now this is the one that made Butcher famous. Butcher came out with this brisket injection and it started winning championships like crazy. Now what I would suggest is to mix this with water. Really just water. Now somehow they tried to put bacon grease in it, and you know, it's hard to get it in. Now if you're going to do a backyard cook, mix it up 2 days before and put it in the refrigerator and just let it sit there. You know, maybe every once in a while, one time a day, go in and mix it up again and let it sit. It'll get thick. It'll get, you know, if you can figure out how to mix bacon grease in it, it's supposed to make it better. Now if you want to put Campbell soup condenser in it for a backyard cook, that's a good idea. Or beef broth for a backyard cook, that's a good idea. But for competition, it'll stain the meat when you inject it. So get yourself a butcher beef injection and take your brisket, your steak. Now, you know, if you get a steak that's 2 inches thick, or you get a top round, or you get a chuck wagon roast, you can inject all that. And then when you get done with the cook, save the au jus to make gravy. Now, you can save the au jus, freeze it, and that's the liquid coming out of the wrap that you cooked your beef in, and use it for all sorts of stuff. If you're going to make a big beef stew, put a cup of this in the beef stew, and you want to talk about flavoring something, forget, you know, beef broth. This stuff here, 20 times better, will infuse flavor in all your foods. Butcher barbecue brisket injection is #1. Okay, sriracha popcorn. It's hard to believe we've got this. We got a 6-pack that I got in, and I ate a pack of this the other day, and the sriracha sauce is all over the popcorn. And if you like hot foods, this stuff was really, really, really good. They've got 3 or 4 other ones. This is the best that Ass Kicking has ever produced. We got it on sale, 6-pack. We got the individual packs too. It's worth the difference in price. 6 of them for $10.50. It'll be the best popcorn you ever ate. Now, if you got a tailgate going and you don't feel like doing wings, this sriracha popcorn, that's exactly the way to go. Okay, we're gonna take your hamburgers to the next level. Now, this is a Tabasco garlic spicy dill pickles. Now, let's say that most of the time hot sauce is just too hot for you, but you'd like to get just a little kick in your hamburger. Don't put it in the meat. Just put these pickles on top of your hamburger. Tabasco's come out with these. I've used them on hamburgers before. They're really good. We've got them on sale on the website, and you know, I think it's going to help you guys kind of figure out what you want by being able to see the products live. So BBQ Superstars Shopping Network is going to bring it all to you. Now, here's a big one. Fiesta artichoke and spinach dip. Now, artichokes will clean out your liver and the duct between your liver and your bowel. It'll make your liver drain and make you feel better. Now, a lot of people, when they eat something, they'll get a bloated feeling after they eat. That's because they can't, their liver system's not working properly. This artichoke dip will help unblock that, and it'll clean out your gallbladder. So get this artichoke dip, enjoy the fantastic flavor of a spinach artichoke taste, but then also it's got a great health side to it. And you know, this is the perfect combination of healthy food that sure does taste good. Even if you don't get this, buy yourself some artichokes and eat 3 or 4 artichoke hearts a week. Okay, here's Crazy Jerry's margarita salsa. I fell in love with this about 3.5 years ago, and it's good for cooking. If you make hot dogs and you put this on the top of it and drain a little of the water out of it, this is the best thing that you ever put on hot dogs. Instead of putting it in the hamburger meat, this right here is good on top of the hamburger meat on your next outdoor cook. Crazy Jerry's margarita salsa is one of the best salsas in the United States, and I'm really proud to be carrying this. And you know, of course, if you get those corn chips dip that you can fill up those chips, it will get you hooked real quick. You'll have to keep buying it. Okay, here's another real big seller for us, Rhino Hot. I got a case of these because I kept selling them, and from the warehouse, and this stuff here is good on everything. Now it's made like a flask because people get hooked on this so bad that they actually carry it around like a liquor bottle, but it's a hot sauce bottle. And when they go out to eat for lunch out of their corporate job, they'll pull the peri-peri out, leave it in their desk, and then carry it in their suit jacket. So give it a shot. It'll take all your food to the next level. And the next time that you make grits, put beef broth and beef bouillon in it to flavor your grits, and then put a teaspoon of this. If you're feeding like 4 or 5 people, put a teaspoon in this, and it'll take your grits to the next level. Now, last product that well, no, I got a couple more now. For one thing BBQ Superstars does is we sell a full line of cutlery. Now, I brought my own knives out. This is all Frederick Dick, but we got Victorinox, Frederick Dick, about 4 or 5 major brands of knives. I've had these knives for 3 years, and they're still like brand new. We got this Frederick Dick meat cleaver that probably weighs about a good 2 or 3 pounds. And when you got 50 butts to chop up, I mean, this thing here will do it real quick. If you get into ribs and pork chops that got a big backbone, and you need to cut it, instead of going to a bandsaw, I mean, you could do it with this on a backyard level. And this here is one of the best meat cleavers on the market. It's a lifetime buy. You buy a meat cleaver like this, you'll never have to buy another one. And we've got them now. Frederick Dick has got the 1905 series. Those are some of the best knives in the world. This here is the Premier Plus Frederick Dick knives. They're a lot heavier. It's a one piece of steel going all the way through, and the Frederick Dick quick sharpener keeps them razor sharp. And this one here is good for doing all your vegetables. And of course we got the big 12-inch Frederick Dick butcher knife for your bigger cuts of meat. If you're trying to take a fat cap off or cut belly ribs down to St. Louis ribs, this knife right here is the deal you need for all your big cutting needs. If you get a whole hog, you have to do some major cutting and trimming on it. Or if you just decide to butcher some, this one here, it's got the weight, it's got the length, and boy, it's a serious butcher knife. But the 1905 edition of that is what I would suggest as the top one. And then we got our 3.5-inch paring knives. Now, you might look at this knife and say, well, it's only good for cutting up potatoes. This knife here is just like the other ones. One piece of steel all the way through the handle. It's got a little weight to it, but I did 48 pieces of chicken on the BBQ Superstars cooking channel with it. And I do all my fine trimming on all cuts of meat. This is the most versatile, easy to handle, and can get the job done knife in the industry. This is your base knife for all your getting your barbecue ready needs. Get one of these first, and then when you get to your bigger cuts, move up to these different types, different sizes of knives. BBQ Superstars is a cutlery expert too. Okay, here's another product that has revolutionized barbecue. The Chops Power Injector is by far and away our #1 seller, period, overall. Everybody around the world, we sent them to Australia, Britain, New Zealand, Lithuania, Finland, Canada, Mexico. I mean, everybody's using the Chops Power Injector to do big time barbecue. You know, if you got 10 shoulders to do, this thing here will do them fast, and it gives you a better infusion. There's a wider area that gets covered by the 4 needles putting pressure in through the meat. So easy to clean up, easy to use. This half a gallon right here is $99. Now we've got discount codes that you can use. Barbecue 10, BBQ space 10, you get 10% off everything if you sign up for a Facebook account. And then we've got Barbecue Superstars rewards. Make sure you sign up for that. All your purchases will build up points and you'll end up getting something free. And we've got people that are getting stuff free all the time because they bought so much. Lifetime product, you buy it one time, you'll never have to buy it again. We've got 2.5, we got 2 inch, comes with a 2 inch, 2.5, 3, and 4 inch needles to go on it. Now we've got the 1 gallon size, and then we've got the Chops electric power injector. Now the Chops electric power injector, you put the hose over in a 50 gallon 20 gallon barrel of injection, and you do a massive catering or restaurant gig. The Chops electric power injector is the magnate, the #1 injector on the market for professional needs. If you look up above where I'm talking right now, you will see the Chops electric power injector now. So get yourself one. Get serious. If you got a 700-pound cooker, hickory pit, or a Southern Pride, and you don't have a Chops electric power injector, I mean, you really make a big mistake. If you're going to cook that much barbecue, you need to take it to the next level. Now we've got 10,000 fan mats for tailgating, and we've got 25,000 tailgate items right now on Barbecue Superstars. Our fan mats are the lowest priced fan mats in the industry. You know, it's the same fan mats everybody else is selling, but we just choose to sell it for less. Of course, $45 or more, you get free shipping on everything. So if a product costs more than $45, you're going to get it shipped to you for free. Try to key in and cash in on the Barbecue Superstars rewards. We've got the NFL playoffs coming up. We've got the big game between Alabama and Clemson. We've got the Clemson National Championship fan match ready to go if they win. If you decide you want to get your products on the Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network, send me your products and $200, and I'll come out here and put you on, even if I don't sell it, and we'll let them know where they can find your product. But if you want to get on the store, then just send me a case of each of what you want to get on the store to get started, and then we'll go out here, we'll try to sell your merchandise on the Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network. That's a one-time thing, and then from then on, I'll buy cases from you, and we'll come straight from the manufacturer with it. The Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network, we're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to show you the products you need, and then we're going to connect it all together. You don't have to spend $700 to go to cooking school anymore. All you got to do is go to YouTube and subscribe to the Barbecue Superstars cooking channel. We'll run the whole dang thing down to you. Now, even though we show you how to do it, you still got to do it. So that's the whole key to it. The Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network, BSN. Get the best there is today.